Hey everyone, I hope everyone's doing well today. We wanted to talk today about thriving during the holidays because it is a very joyful time, but it can also be a stressful time. So we wanted to talk today about, you know, things you can do to make it an enjoyable experience and have it be less stressful with a little pre-planning. So let me share my screen with you so we can. Um, okay. So thriving through the holidays. So first of all, what we want to do is implement mindful eating. So our thing is to say when you're tempted to eat outside of your plan, make it a rule to eat something healthy first. So many of us will be going to visit family and friends. And so before indulging in something rich, you want to make sure that you eat a great deal of healthy food up front. Because if you eat rich food on an empty stomach, it will more likely trigger you to continue to eating more. However, if you are satiated beforehand, before you take in that rich, indulgent food, you'll be less tempted to overindulge. So that's a good little hack so that if you do plan on indulging in some richer things, that may keep you or prevent you from overdoing it or overeating on those things. If you're going to someone's house, you might also offer to bring a few side dishes that are compliant with your way of eating and diet. Because if you think about it, sometimes people want to make a big deal over, ooh, plant-based or vegan or whatever. But in all honesty, so many side dishes are actually plant-based. We just don't call them that. So many of the vegetables, salads, things like that can be compliant with our way of eating. Um, so when you're filling up on those healthy treats before you go, it's a good idea to include some good starches in there too. But most of all, I want to say don't sweat the small stuff. You want to enjoy the holiday in your family, and it doesn't have to be totally focused on the food. Let it be focused more on the experience and making memories with friends and family over what the food choices are.
Kelly,
Yeah.
and if I can and interject just something really quickly, is when you mentioned that you could offer to bring some dishes yourself, that has saved me so many times when I'm invited somewhere and I know that there's not going to be very many things there that I can eat. I make it a point to bring something that I think other people will enjoy, but that I know that I can enjoy and stay on track and feel good about what I'm eating. So I love that idea.
Well, and true, the host or hostess, they'll probably be grateful that you're contributing, taking a little less load off of them. And if you don't make a big deal about it, about what it is, then, it'll be just like any other normal dish.
Yes, I
So,
agree 100%. Okay, so when it comes to your exercise, you need to continue your exercise program, even if you have to do something different. Say, if you had a weight workout that you were planning on doing that day, if things are crazy and you can't do that, go take a walk. And better yet, include some of your friends and family in that. You need to make sure that you continue what you're doing. It helps to maintain a normal routine and give our body a self-esteem boost. And we need that, especially the holidays can be stressful, and especially if you're around people that maybe don't agree with the way that you eat or they don't understand the way that you eat. Kelly mentioned it earlier. Don't make a big deal out of it. It helps you if you avoid the all or nothing mentality. Maybe you did overindulge in something, and if you go back to the gym the next day or you get back on your workout plan the next day, it helps you to remain on track. You're not just going to throw in the towel for the rest of the week or the rest of the year. We need to stay focused on our goals, and when we do that, it helps us to be more successful, and it helps that transformation to continue. It sends the message of your commitment to the plan and your overall health, because at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're working toward a healthier version of ourselves.
I love that about sending the message of the commitment to yourself. So one meal or one day is not going to make or break you. It could
Right.
if you let it, but don't let it.
Right.
Just like we always say, win the next meal, get back
Right.
on track with your program the next day, and things will resume back to your normal routine.
Yes.
So, good point. Okay. Spreading the news. So sometimes, things are going so well for us as far as how we feel, and we're feeling great on this new way of eating, or it may not be new to you, it may be old hat to you, but you want to help everyone else feel as great as you do. And it's not always well received. So don't feel obligated to tell everybody about your style of living and eating even with good intentions. Some people may not be your biggest supporters. And it's because they feel threatened by your health journey. So they know they're maybe not doing everything that they could or should be doing to put them on the right health track. And so when you are spreading the news of all the wonderful and great things you're doing, it kind of is a downer to them and brings them down because they're not on that great plan. And I said it is like the analogy of the bucket of crabs. When one crab makes it to the top and they're getting out of the bucket, the others will pull them back in. That's the same thing with spreading the news. It doesn't, not necessarily always, but I would say just go about your business and make healthier choices for yourself. And if somebody asks you, just say, this lifestyle seems to be working for me. And leave it at that because, who can argue that point? If you just simply, you're not trying to convince them to take on the lifestyle, you're not critiquing what they're doing, you're just simply kind of like, it seems to be working for me. And, what's to argue about that?
Well, and for me, that's the biggest change that I would have made. I would not have been so vocal about my new way of life because where we would never want to make someone feel bad about their choices, they do.
Right.
Most people
Right.
take that very personal because you're doing it, they feel like that you expect them to do it too. And we can't be like that. We need to focus on our health. We need to focus on what we're doing to make us better and not be judgmental about what others are doing. Because what I've learned in my 10 plus years of this is people will notice people notice what you're doing and eventually they want to start asking questions, but you want them to get to that point where they're asking you questions, not trying to do the crab thing and pull you back in and do because people do. If I'm eating that chocolate cake, I want you to eat that chocolate cake too. And then that way I don't feel so bad about what I'm doing
That's
because
100%. Yes.
we put so much pressure on ourselves to do things like that.
Yeah. Very good point. Which leads us to our next slide, the journey of a lifetime.
So for me, the journey of a life, that's what this is. This is not a fast change so I can drop 20 pounds and then get back on the same program that I've always been on. This is the journey for the rest of my life. It's a healthy lifestyle that I plan to maintain for the rest of my life. You're not on a journey of restricting or dieting. This is a permanent lifestyle. And that doesn't mean that you'll never have your favorite food again or that that there's something that you just that it's not all or nothing, but what you want to do is keep yourself focused on what the goal is, and the goal is your health. It's not that temporary satisfaction of eating maybe something that you've had in the past that you thought made you happy. um, this journey, we're not extreme dieting. We're not just trying to reach a goal and then go right back into our previous way of life, to indulge in those rich foods again. I'm sure that I know I've done that multiple times. I have lost a tremendous amount of weight and then went right back to the lifestyle that got me there and gained all the weight back, maybe even more. And with this lifestyle, I've been able to maintain for over 10 years, and that's huge. So we need to make those choices that we can sustain over a lifetime. Make the changes slow and steady, and be kind to yourself as you're on this journey, and know and be kind to others, even if they're not kind to you. And that's really hard. But just know that when that starts coming at you of, you can eat this, why can't you have this? My answer is always, I can have that. I just choose not to.
Yes.
Remember that this, yeah, this is not a quick fix. This is a slow and steady pace.
Well, because it could be, I don't want my journey of a lifetime to be the yo-yo dieting of my past, to where I was doing, the Atkins diet, Weight Watchers, the Mediterranean diet. You name it, I've probably done it.
Me
And,
too.
all that is just yo-yoing. You're trying this thing temporarily, and then you think you're going to go back to what you were doing, and you just can't sustain and maintain that. So you're right. Make choices that you can sustain over a lifetime, and then you're not fighting that battle all of the time, which is really important. And it gives you it, honestly, if you do it that way, and like you said, do it slowly, be kind to yourself, but it takes the stress out of it for you because it's your new life and it's what you do. And there's so much to enjoy about it because it's all of this amazing food that you can eat. And I've been exposed to so much more. And I feel wonderful on top of being able to eat all of these amazing foods and dishes. So I have lots more energy. I have lots more confidence to go out and do things that maybe I wouldn't have done in the past because I feel more confident in myself. So,
Yes,
yes, I love this journey of a lifetime. Clean up your environment, which will help you reach the goal of the journey of a lifetime. Because, I believe it's Doug Lyle, that says if you have to work harder on your environment than you do on yourself. You cannot have junk food, rich food in your environment. Because if it is in your environment, if it's in your house, like Chef AJ says, if it's in your house, it's in your mouth.
absolutely.
And and I talk to people every day that face, so it's not an isolated situation. It's not just me that has this problem, or it's not just you. I mean, we talk to endless number of people, multiple people, that they tell us if it is in my house, I will eat it. And I'm the same way. Like if I have some chocolate in there, the chocolate is my weakness. So if I have chocolate in there, I will just find myself not even consciously aware, but I'm in there browsing, looking, maybe procrastinating on something, or maybe I'm stressed about something, but I will go in there for it if I know that it's there. So I do have to clean it up. I have to clean up my environment, and that helps me put me on that road to success.
I agree 100% because if it's here, I will focus on it. The more I try not to focus on it, it seems like the more I focus on it. And you're right. That's not just a you problem, and that's not just a me problem. That's countless people that we've talked to that will tell you, if it's in my house, I can't stop thinking about it until it's gone. And normally it's gone when we finish it off, not when we throw it away.
Right. And then you beat yourself up over it and you go through this whole cycle. And for so long, I thought that it was just me. I thought I have this problem. But then I learned about the food industry and how addictive it is. And then, after talking to so many people, they have the same issue. So, you're not in it alone. Like we all face that on a daily basis. So that's why it's really important to clean up your environment. And like Dr. Law said, you need to work on your environment more than you do yourself, because doing that will help you then work on yourself.
Yep. I agree 100%.
Okay, well, that is what we had to share today. Kim, do you have any closing comments?
I don't. Well, I guess I do. Just be kind to yourself, and you're worth the journey, you know?
Absolutely. And your future self will thank you for what you do today.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you for joining us and reach out if you have any questions or if we can help you in any way. Bye.
Yes.